One of the things I hear most from my clients who are thinking about downsizing is this: Yvonne, I want peace. I want walkability. I just don't want to feel isolated. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. Here in South King and Pierce County, we're incredibly lucky. We have neighborhoods that balance calm and connection, places where you can step outside, take a quiet walk, grab a coffee, and still feel part of something great. Today we're exploring the most peaceful, walkable neighborhoods across Federal Way, Kent, and Auburn. Because if you're thinking about downsizing, you don't have to trade your comfort or lifestyle. You can simplify your space, gain freedom, and still live in a place that feels alive. Let's start with Federal Way. When people think of Federal Way, they often picture tree-lined streets and mature neighborhoods. But what really defines the lifestyle here is balance. There's a calm suburban pace, yet you're minutes away from the waterfront, the shops, and great local parks. The walkability depends on where you land, but many areas give you easy access to trails, small cafes, and local essentials without ever needing to drive far. For downsizers, that means less upkeep, more convenience, and a sense of daily rhythm that just feels right. You can enjoy your mornings with a peaceful stroll or meet a friend for coffee without the stress of long commutes or heavy traffic. Better Way also offers this unique connection to nature that's a lot of people crave. From the sound of the wind through the trees to the views of Puget Sound, there's a sense of serenity that grounds you. And when you're downsizing, that sense of calm matters more than square footage. It's about living somewhere that supports your peace of mind, not just your daily routine. You can find communities where neighborhoods wave hello, where the sidewalks are wide and inviting, and where everything just moves at a human pace. And that's something I think we all need a little more of. Now let's move over to Kent. Kent has such a unique blend of energy and calm. You've got areas that buzz with community life. Farmers market, little neighborhood hubs, trails tucked behind the trees, and then pockets that feel completely serene. For a lot of my clients, Kent hits that sweet spot. You're close enough to everything you need: groceries, restaurants, healthcare, but it still feels personal. The walkability here really shines in the way neighborhoods connect. Sidewalks, parks, and paths make it easy to stay active and engaged. There's also the sense of community rhythm in Kent. You see people out walking dogs, chatting over fences, kids biking down the street. It's active but not overwhelming. And when you downsize into that kind of environment, it's easier to stay connected without feeling like you're in the middle of constant activity. Kent also has a great access to public spaces, trails that weave through the parks, community gardens, and open areas that make every walk feel refreshing. For downsizers who love movement, it's perfect. You can build a lifestyle that's both simple and fulfilling. Morning walks, casual errands, afternoon reading in the parks, all without having to jump in your car every time you want a change of scenery. And then there's Auburn. Auburn has this peaceful open field that surprises a lot of people. It's not just the green space, though there's plenty of that. It's the way neighborhoods are designed for comfort. You can walk to community centers, enjoy scenic paths, and still feel a sense of quiet that's hard to find in more crowded areas. Auburn feels rooted. There's history, there's community pride, and there's space to breathe. It's ideal for anyone looking to simplify without feeling cut off. You can walk your neighborhood, wave to familiar faces, and still have a quick access to restaurants, shops, and parks. What I love most about Auburn is that it feels genuine. There's no pretense, just good, solid community living. For downsizers, that's gold because you want to feel at home, not just in your house, but in your neighborhood. Now, if you're listening and starting to picture what that could look like for you, imagine this: waking up to morning light through your windows, brewing a cup of coffee, and walking down a peaceful street where you know your neighbors. You don't have to deal with yard work that takes up your weekends. You don't have to manage a home that's more space than you need. Instead, you spend your time how you want. Maybe you volunteer, maybe you travel more. Maybe you just enjoy having less to manage and more to live for. Downsizing is not about losing, it's about gaining a different kind of freedom. The freedom to walk to your favorite restaurant, the freedom to leave town without worrying about your home, the freedom to be closer to the things and people that matter most to you. Federal Way, Kent, and Auburn each offer that in their own way. Federal Way gives you the balance and beauty. Kent gives you the connection and convenience. Auburn gives you the peace and presence. Together, they represent some of the best lifestyle options in the South King and Pierce County area, especially if you're ready for your next chapter. And here's the thing, when you're planning a move like this, it's not just about selling your home, it's about transitioning your life. That's where having a clear plan and the right guidance makes all the difference. That's what I help people with every day. I sit down with homeowners. We talk about what they want next, not just what they want to sell. We go through timing, market value, and how to make that move feel exciting instead of stressful. Because when you know your numbers, when you know your options, and when you have a roadmap, everything feels lighter. If you're listening right now and you've been thinking about downsizing, but haven't taken that first step, maybe because it feels like too much to handle, let me take some of that off your plate. Schedule a downsizing consultation with me and the Brink Home team. We'll sit down, talk through your current home, your timeline, and the lifestyle you want next. No pressure, no rush, just a real conversation about what makes sense for you. I'll show you how to prepare your home so it attracts the right buyers, how to price it strategically, and what neighborhoods are trending for buyers who want exactly what you're offering. And when it's time to find your next home, we'll focus on what matters: peace, comfort, and convenience. Because at this stage of life, it's not about choosing more, it's about creating better. Maybe that means a smaller yard and more travel time. Maybe it's trading the big staircase for a single level home with easy access to walking paths. Or maybe it's just being closer to family, friends, or your favorite local spot. Whatever your reasons, I can help you make that move with confidence and joy. Because here's the truth, downsizing isn't about doing less, it's about living better. Thanks for spending this time with me today. If this episode resonates with you, take that first step. Schedule your downsizing consultation. Let's find your peaceful, walkable next home together. I'm Evonne Brink with the Brink Home Team, serving South King and Pierce County.